with that, I am going to turn it over to our CEO and head honcho, Charley Whittenburg, who I'm very happy to say has done a tremendous job on this project. Honestly, we would not be here today if it was not for him. Him and his staff have just, I know I can speak on behalf of the board that we couldn't be happier. And we have, I should tell you, been working on trying to get to this point for many, many years. I mentioned that Sustain the Park happened in 2003. It was shortly after that that we started talking about this. How do we restore it to what it used to look like? So we're finally here, and I'm going to let Charley do the unveiling. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Jill. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and distinguished guests. I really appreciate everybody being here today. Well, as Jill mentioned, Historic Arnolds Park is an American classic. Some even say the crown jewel of Iowa. And I gotta agree. Having entertained generation upon generation over the past 127 years, where else could you intertwine the beauty of a world-class lake and the fun of a family amusement park on any given summer afternoon or evening? If you've enjoyed the live music in your life around Arnolds Park and the roof garden, they've been a place to be. For years, the roof hosted marquee swing bands and eventually nationally acclaimed rock and roll. When the roof came down, it wasn't long before music was playing again, and continues today. Preservation Plaza on summer Saturday nights, Big Band Tuesdays, Rock the Roof Thursdays, and Labor Day hosts the Iowa Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Spectacular. Music is the heart and soul of the park, but as everyone knows, there is so much more. The legendary wooden roller coaster, the Queen II excursion boat, the Maritime Museum, Iowa Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and the museum, Queens Court Retail, and we have nutty bars. We've got Bob's Dogs, we've got fine dining. What a place. Wow. I didn't mention the other 26 rides and attractions. We've got a lot here. We have a vision. That's a vision to restore the park. The Board of Directors of Historic Arnolds Park wants to create the picturesque of once was. A majestic park that sits along the beautiful blue glacial lakes, glacial waters of Lake Okoboji. Improve our current facilities, restore the historical structures, and develop functional facilities for today's modern world. Arnolds Park Amusement Park remains one of only 5 such nonprofit entertainment facilities in the United States. The park is an excitable destination for Iowa Great Lakes visitors, young and old. It has withstood the sternest tests of time, and today stands poised for a bright future under the direction of a community-based and dedicated Board of Directors. We continually invest in strengthening the appeal and capacity of Arnolds Park by working towards creating a place of dreams where guests gain a whole new experience of happiness and family fun in each visit. Only then are we able to sustain this venue. Our larger efforts with the new fundraising campaign are to see the restoration of the roof garden, both inside and out, the completion of the majestic pavilion restoration, new parking, new restrooms, a lakefront pedestrian commons area, and expansion of the Maritime Museum. In addition, we will expand the Iowa Rock and Roll Museum, upgrades to the Preservation Plaza stage, and many more things that will enhance our guests' experience and bring back the park, or put the park back into the 21st century. Restore the park. An anonymous group of donors have come forward and pledged a matching grant of up to $6 million for the renovation project. A capital fundraising project called Restore the Park has been slated to begin July 1st. All members, I'm happy to say, of both Happy and the Park Foundation boards have made a financial commitment to the project. This 100% commitment from the boards has paved the way for Restore the Park. Phase 1 of the project began late last fall with Arnolds Park Foundation supplying the funds for planning infrastructure such as updated electric, sewer, and fiber optic lines to prepare the property for the upcoming improvements. Also in phase one is additional parking located on Highway 71 and new restrooms located inside the amusement park. Preparation for the parking lot, as everybody probably has witnessed the past few weeks, has already started, and we're planning on having a parking facility for the 4th of July up there if everything goes well. So, new bathrooms are in the process of being built in the middle of the park, and they're slated to be operational by opening weekend. So, we're excited about that. One of the things that I got here is I'm big on restrooms, and so that was just made my day, having new restrooms. So, phase two of the project is slated to begin in the fall of 2017 with the expansion of the Maritime Museum. Completion of the Majestic Pavilion will include new flooring and new administration facilities, a renovation of the Preservation Plaza stage, and the addition of fiber optic lines throughout the park for ride operations and improved water drainage also throughout the park. Maritime Museum expansion will include a significant increase in the size of the facility and will provide a new home for the Iowa Rock and Roll Museum, as well as green room facilities for guest bands, for the green space, and offices for the Okoboji Foundation, Iowa Great Lakes Chamber of Commerce, and Okoboji Tourism. Phase three of the project will consist of building a new roof garden. The new facility will have the look and feel of the original roof garden, with updated amenities to make it a more functional space. Finally, a total restructure of the electrical services throughout the park with a single main service off of Zephyr Street that will facilitate the infrastructure for many years to come. So, as Joe mentioned, the park is the epicenter of our community. It remains the heart of Okoboji, and I'm excited to announce this special project and look forward to working with our community to complete this vision. This morning we have several folks here that have been an integral part in developing this plan and implementing it. They are Matt Barstead is here from Cannon Moss. They're the architectural firm that is engaged here. We've got Mark Steffes from Steffes Construction. He is our general contractor. We've got Brad Beck here from Beck Engineering doing our engineering. We've got Denny Walker, who's our main man. He's our chairman of our fundraising, so he's on the point. So we're anxious to get going. And I'd be remiss if I did not include the City of Arnolds Park. They have been phenomenal to facilitating and moving this project forward. So my hat's off to the city and city folks. Appreciate it. So with that said, let's take a look at what we're planning to do. So talking about the first thing, what we're doing up on Highway 71 is a construction of a new parking lot. And one of the things that we're really conscious about around the park is the environment. And so we wanted to make sure we put trees back where we've taken trees out, we're getting water drained to the right places, those kinds of things. Making sure that we're environmentally friendly and also facilitating not only the current needs of today for more parking in the park, but the future needs when you see the rest of this project and what I think is going to be a phenomenal property. So that is part of phase one. As I said earlier, our plan is to have that functional for the 4th of July holiday. This is a component of phase one that's started also and will go into the fall time this fall. So this is what we call our Zephyr Street Cul-De-Sac and our Lakefront Commons area. So Zephyr Street comes down here. This is what I would call the west side of the park, and there'll be a cul-de-sac at the end of that street. And then from that street all the way across to the State Pier will become a pedestrian-friendly commons area with a water feature fountain here, picnic area, resting area, a nice grass area, and eventually a boardwalk type of scenario where there'll be some added retail along the lakefront. So we're excited about having a better feel for the lakefront because it is such an important component of our area. This is the vision we've got for the Maritime Museum expansion. And most of the change occurs across this side, with right here an entrance and I think almost 4 times the space for rock and roll museum than they currently are housed in. So I think we're setting the tone for a long relationship with those folks. And then the additional offices, the expansion of the museum back here, and on the back side will be where we'll go with a green room and some dry storage that facilitates Preservation Plaza. This is the updated version of the pavilion. So currently, you know where our ticketing is. That's gone. We've restored the face of the pavilion to look as it did back in the 30s. So there'll be additional second floor for administrative offices. We'll be staying there, as I said, you know, a total revamp of the interior with a new wood floor, some new restrooms, and really a nice makeover in the pavilion to complete that. This is an interior view of the pavilion with its new bar. So we decided or talked about, you know, if we're going to have historically correct buildings, we got to have historically correct bars. And we do a lot of weddings. And I'm a bar expert, trust me. So we do a lot of weddings in the pavilion, and one of the things that we identified in our current scenario is we get long lines at our small service bar. And folks that come to weddings really like to socialize and have a great place to stand around. And so we think this bar not only facilitates better service and faster service, it gives you that great feel where you can put your elbow on the bar and have a drink and have a conversation. So looking forward to that. And this is what I think is the crown jewel of our renovation. And it's very, very difficult as you look behind Jill at some of the paintings of the old roof garden and see what our new roof garden is going to look like. It is pretty darn close to an identical copy. It will be a one-level facility just to facilitate today's world and make it, you know, sustainable and serviceable, but it gives you every aspect of the old roof garden, even to the point where we included the angled door that was always there back in the old days. So, and the turrets across the top. Windows. And the windows, yes. So these are some visions of the inside of the roof garden. So you can see this, what would be the upper level windows. And we've incorporated an area here where we can do nostalgic representations of different artifacts and whatnot. We've got a stage that replicates kind of the old-time backlit neon type of stage. You know, we've got booths across one side that replicate exactly what it would have been in a 40s and 50s ballroom scenario. So that's that part. But we've also included some modern day amenities like flat screen TVs on the wall, so when you're in the back of the room you can see the entertainment. Again, I'm big on bars. So here's our bar for the roof garden. A little more scaled down version of what's in the pavilion, but also the same concept as we had to have a nice dark wood bar. So Matt Barstead worked hard on creating these images, and but I think getting it right. And as you can see, we just had a lot of fun with what we can do up above on those images. So those are our visions of our restoration project that I'm really excited about getting started. You know, and I can't wait to get to the roof garden. I think it's going to be a game changer. So anyway, that's what we've got for you folks. I really appreciate you coming, and thank you. And we've got the same set of prints scattered around the room. We'll have some handouts, materials for everybody that wants to take away these visuals. We'll have that when you leave. So.
And one last thing, he'll be upset that I'm doing this, but I would like Denny Walker to come up here. On behalf of the entire board, we would like to say thank you for being our campaign chair. I don't know if you guys understand the magnitude of what he's doing for our park, but it is an amazing feat that he is going to accomplish for us and already has, quite honestly, done for us. So thank you, Denny.
Thank you.
This will be real brief. I'm really excited about this. It's a dream come true for me. I've been coming here since I was 9 years old. And my dream was to have a home in Okoboji, and I'm living my dream. And now to pay back like this, to be able to take the place that I had my first original business, a t-shirt shop in the 60s, just down the street. So I'm just thrilled to be a part of it, and I find this so unique in all my travels. There's no place like Okoboji. And I think a big part of it is the love that we have for this area, for this park, and all the wonderful people that I've gotten to know over the years and that are all special to me and lifetime friends. So, and this is a total community project. It just isn't in the hands of a few people. If you give $1, you're part of it. So thank you.